Here's the thing. I never thought in a million years that I'd be making a video like this. And in the past, I wouldn't have thought twice about the video I made not too long ago. So, probably some of you guys know if you've seen it. I made a video called Why I Hate Mr. Beast. And it was meant to be a joke. Like, it was not at all supposed to be serious in any way. It was actually supposed to be a parody of a video. I'm sorry, it was a video talking about PewDiePie, saying why I hate PewDiePie, made by Mr. Beast. It was a similar video made around 10 years ago by Mr. Beast as a parody, and he's saying, I hate Mr. Beast, but he doesn't actually hate Mr. Beast. It was supposed to be the same type of thing. There was supposed to be a gesture of like, I look up to this guy. This is somebody who I want to be one day. And sure, that's cool. And I think a lot of people wanted to be like Mr. Beast one day. But there's a difference between looking up to someone and someone being not who you think they are. And I don't think most people knew that. But should it really come to a surprise? I mean, do you really have to be on camera to give money to people? That was the argument of the video I watched of the guy who essentially exposed Mr. Beast, not only Mr. Beast, but the whole situation that spiraled out of control afterwards for him. What really annoys me the most, it's like, I make a video that's a joke, right? It makes people angry, passively angry at me. Like, they get that it's a joke. A lot of people, even if it's a joke, it's like they can't even comprehend someone going against a creator in a certain way. So my video had a 60% like ratio, because even though I stated that, hey, this is not meant to be serious, people still were like, oh, how dare you criticize Mr. Beast. But now, since everyone actually does hate Mr. Beast, I put that video back up. I don't think my apology is valid anymore. And it just shows how people bandwagon on things. In fact, that's been an argument of mine for a long time, that people bandwagon an opinion, if that makes sense. If a bunch of people are thinking one thing, and then the situation all of a sudden changes, you got major people talking about the same thing, and say, hey, actually, this guy's not actually a good guy. And if they're beloved, it's like, oh yeah, well, maybe he isn't a good guy, and then so maybe I should think he's not a good guy because everyone else thinks he's not a good guy. Oh, okay, so now everyone realizes, gotcha. I never disliked Mr. Beast. The problem for me, he was just too saturated. There's just too much of it. You know what I mean? There was a point when he was a genuine YouTuber, and then it became a reality show. And it didn't feel like YouTube. And at that point, I had tuned into Mr. Beast maybe once or twice, but I was done with him after a while. And the funny thing is, I was actually one of his first subscribers back around March 2016. So back when he had about 40,000 subscribers, he was still doing his reviews, terrible intros. Yeah, he was edgy as hell, but it was funny. Well, some of it was pretty funny. Other stuff was just like, okay. He had a book, for example, that was called Fuck, and every single word in it was fuck. Oh, how hilarious. I don't know. Things changed so drastically. And I wonder who's going to become the biggest YouTuber now. Mark Robber, maybe? I don't know. Or somebody else. T-Series could take back its spot. We all miss the days of PewDiePie because, unlike Mr. Beast, yeah, PewDiePie said the N-word, and we're always going to remember him for that. It's been brazen onto the PewDiePie brand. But PewDiePie was at least authentic, and his videos weren't all about money or winning or huge groups of people behind the scenes or huge editing teams or huge CGI. This is Hollywood level shit. Regular people are never gonna make in a video. And this is a guy in his bedroom making videos about memes. And this guy was the most subscribed channel at one point. That's really cool when you think about it. But Mr. Beast, to me now, comes off, especially after all exposure, as a slimy car salesman, someone who's willing to benefit himself more than other people. If it means putting other people in danger, or if it means sabotaging other people's work, other people's credit for himself, then that's totally fine and it's justified. And people are still going to like me because my image, I'm Mr. Beast. No, nobody's going to turn against me. I mean, he's still growing pretty quickly despite being exposed. But for me, people that are dishonest and hide the truth, why are you a good person if you have to hide? You know what I mean? How are you a good person if you have to delete comments or pretend like you didn't know about sexual allegations of your coworker? No, you were in it and there was something that you were benefiting out of it. That's it. I'm rightfully torn, but also angry because, like I said, I looked up to Mr. Beast. I wasn't a die-hard fan, don't get me wrong, but I did look up to Mr. Beast to like a good extent. I wanted to be a big channel. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to be like a huge, huge channel one day. His size potentially. Because I also struggled early on in my YouTube career and I never grew quickly, and his channel is the same and I could relate to that. But never in my mind have my videos, and if you look back right now, they've never been about money based hedonistic challenges. I just think that's wrong. Why do you have to make money about everything? Money's good. I get that. Money helps people, but there's other ways that you can tap into that algorithm. You know that? I think Mr. Beast at the end of his mind knew that he wanted to create something for maximum views, not for maximum quality. I think deep down people will respect you more if you're genuinely doing something. People can tell if you're doing something for because you have passion for it. Am I saying that Mr. Beast doesn't have passion? Absolutely not. I'm sure he has a lot of focus on his work. The problem is, do you think all those people in there are just as passionate about it as he is? Probably not. And he's willing to throw them under the bus if he has to. And he's also a complete narcissist. Here's the other thing. Like that one YouTuber that he wanted him to review his chocolate bars and he gets all defensive and he's like, oh no, actually these chocolate bars are good. And he interrupts him. I don't know why. That sort of pissed me off. Like, okay, so what? It's a review. It's not an advertisement. Do you want him to give his honest opinion that it might not look as good? Or are you just going to take the chocolate away from him and talk over him and be like, yeah, this chocolate is amazing? Like, dude, that's not how it works. At least the dude that you're collaborating with was honest. But no, he's not going to collaborate with that guy again because he ruins his image. It's been proven at this point that Mr. Beast doesn't care about who actually wins his games. And if it means giving rich people more money, sure. If it makes the video look good, why not? People want authenticity. People need something nowadays, like a big YouTuber that's going to be authentic. And if I was that big YouTuber, I would so try to just be open and honest about, maybe not honest about every single thing, because you don't want to reveal every single thing about your life. You can be too honest, but have integrity, have respect for your audience and not think of them as products. People will show respect to you if you understand them or if you can relate to them. That's what elections are all about. That's what a lot of things are about. That's what social media in general is about. If people, well, that's changed. I'd still say the basic rules stay the same. If you want people to come back and keep watching, you got to be real with your audience. So that's my thoughts about Mr. Beast. I watched him from time to time, but I'm glad I was not a super hardcore fan because that would have broke me, I'm pretty sure. And I probably would have been in denial too, let's be real. But I would have come to terms and realized that, yeah, this dude's probably kind of a piece of shit. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your day. This was an interesting video idea for me to make, and so I did it. And let's see how it does. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. See ya.